Well, Tiger's apology has not gotten him out of the woods. I know, bad pun. But is that because saying sorry just isn't enough? Joining me here in the studio to discuss, Bruce Weinstein. He's an ethics columnist for Business Week online and author of Is It Still Cheating If I Don't Get Caught? He's the ethics guy. Yep, you can pick up the book. And from Philadelphia, R.G. Allen, a marriage counselor and clinical training director at Drexel University's Couple and Family Therapy Program. R.G., I want to start with you. Yeah. Rumor has it that they are in intense marriage counseling, enough that the marriage counselor sounds like she's there all the time. I'm assuming it's a she, and in the house 2 or 3 times a day. That's a lot of counseling.
Oh, wow, that is a lot of counseling. But given what's going on in their relationship and the media firestorm that's going on in the world as it relates to this recent happening, I think that intense marriage and family therapy would be necessary. And I might add that it's not going to be brief therapy either. This is going to be long-term therapy, because when there's infidelity, that is a long road to recovery. It's possible, but it takes a long time to repair the relationship and then get back to rebuilding the trust that was lost due to the infidelity.
Bruce, I'm old enough to remember Watergate, and enough to remember that the cover-up is always worse than the crime. This has seemed like a slow drip, drip, drip of just not getting out in front of it. And if Nike knew and his attorneys knew before any of this happened, what were they thinking?
Well, Tiger Woods actually has an ethical obligation to tell us what happened. He's claiming a right to privacy, but here's the thing. His right to privacy ends where the public's safety begins, and running into a fire hydrant and placing the public at risk means that he no longer has a right to privacy. He has to explain. Now, here's the other thing, Nancy. The most fundamental ethical principle in society is the principle of fairness. And if you or I hit a fire hydrant, you better believe that the police would be at our door expecting a full report. Fairness demands.
So you're saying there's a true double standard because he's a superstar.
Absolutely, he's being treated differently as a celebrity, and I know it happens all the time, but it's not right. It's not right. But
doesn't he have a right to privacy?
He has a right to privacy, but a limited right to privacy. But here's the thing. Even if his right to privacy were absolute, as a celebrity, like it or not, he is held up as a role model by millions of fans around the world. He ought to take the high road, be noble, find the courage to tell us what happened. Because now, if it were just infidelity, yes, that'd be a separate matter. But hitting a fire hydrant, all bets are off. What if he had gotten on the highway? What if he had hit someone? What if he had killed someone? That's serious.
Archie, very quickly, now that this has gone on to a money conversation, does that change how you negotiate in a marriage?
Well, yeah, I do think it changes how you negotiate, but I think that there needs to be a third party, and I think that any toxic party that would seek to be destructive in that relationship needs to butt out. And so if he has to share information with the community and with the world, it needs to be about the accident, but not about his personal life. I think that really needs to be private between the two of them.
R.G. Allen, Bruce Weinstein, thank you so much.